everybody, this is Lee with Creative2xmom, and today I'm going to be sharing with you some of our winter homeschool favorites. Can anybody else not believe it's March? I am sitting here in complete denial. We are kind of in I feel the mental switch in our homeschool, wrapping up the indoors, and we are all dying to get outside. We've had the oddest winter. Very, very wet, and we had tons of snow, which is unusual for California. And it's just been one of those seasons where I don't know where the time has gone. We are down to probably the last 10 weeks or so of our homeschool year, and I'm feeling the pressure. Anybody else feeling the pressure this year? This video is actually part of a collaboration that's going to be hosted by Jessica at the Waldock Way. So I'm going to link her channel down below as well as the playlist. She is amazing, you guys. So make sure you check out her video this morning. I know she's going to have some great ideas. So for some of the things that we have been loving while we've been cooped up indoors this wet winter, let's get started. So I'm going to start with books. You guys know that I can't have a favorites video or really rarely any video on this channel without mentioning books. And there are a few here that I need to return to the library today, so I'm going to start with those. The first one is The Valentines Bear. This was a book that I just happened to grab as we were studying Valentines in our morning basket, and I was not prepared for how sweet it was. I feel like there has been a theme, bunny trail, there's been a theme in my personal reading lately about relationships and marriage, and this Valentine's Bear played right into that. We've got the two bears, they are hibernating, and Mrs. Bear decides she's going to wake up early. She's going to create this whole surprise for her husband, and it's just very, very sweet about how they surprise each other for Valentine's Day in the middle of their winter hibernation. So if you have younger kids, my second grader loved this one, even my fifth grader I think secretly liked it. So that's a really good one for Valentine's Day. The second one was called The Three Snow Bears, and it's by Jan Brett. I love books that tell an old story in a new way, and this is a twist of Goldilocks and the Three Bears. You've got the little Eskimo girl who discovers like an igloo, and she goes inside, and it's the hot porridge, the cold porridge, the whole thing, snow boots, and then the three snow bears come home and she kind of flees like Goldilocks. I love books like this that take an old story that you think you know really well and they put a new twist on it. This one especially, and of course with Jan Brett, you can't go wrong. This one is one that we got from the library, but I would actually really love to own. Now this third book, I will confess, I held off for a really long time. I've heard amazing stuff about this. It's a year full of stories, 52 folk tales and legends from around the world. But I wanted to kind of take this second semester to talk about folk tales, fairy tales, which is the theme of our March morning basket, and spend some time sharing those things with my kids. Like I said, taking some old stories and telling them in new ways. But I'm not very good at finding resources for folk tales. And I'd heard amazing stuff about this book, but I thought, really? It's kind of pricey when you look on Amazon. It's not real inexpensive. I happened to find a copy of it at our local library. I have to return it today, which is actually breaking my heart because we really are loving this one. There is stories and tales in this one that I've never heard before, and I've read a lot of books, and it kind of goes along with, there's usually about 3 or 4 per month based on different holidays. The one that we just read I think was World Bird Day or something like that. So based on different ideas that you wouldn't always think of to read with your kids, you get about 1 a week, and we are loving this. This has given us a lot of good ideas and things that I never would have thought about to share with my children. This next resource I think I've shared with you guys in a favorites video, but it is one of those things that I just wanted to share just one more time before the school year wraps up because it is just that good, and that is these card-like games. We have the Globetrotters one and we have the Animals one. I have the Animals one here for you guys today. There's a couple different ways to play this game in in all their versions, but in the animal versions you can sort them by lifespan, by weight, or by length, and everybody is dealt so many cards, and then you have to keep them face down, so like on this side gives you the answers. You have to keep them face down and put them where you think they would fall in the card line. If you're correct, you are down one card and it stays in the line like a timeline. If you're incorrect, this goes back into the pile and you get a new card. I feel like I'm learning so much about animals, so much about history and the world. There is a ton of different varieties of this out there, but I have to say, of the two that we have right now, we have animals and we have globetrotters. I think the animals is my favorite, but we've played it a lot more than the globetrotters. So these are definitely well worth it. They're only about 12 bucks, I think. They come in a really nice tin. They're very durable, and we get a lot of use out of them. The next thing is the scripture writing plan. If I can find this specific one, I'm going to link it down below. It was on a freebie on some site that I found somewhere. I was looking for some copy work to do with my kids to focus on their handwriting, something that I could put on the whiteboard in the morning. They could copy it while I was reading, while we're doing our whole morning basket thing. And I happened to come across this and I thought, this is a great idea for me, let alone it's a really great idea for the kids. And all the scriptures are based on love. The theme of this one was love, so I know it came back from February, so I'll try to find it. If not, I would suggest finding some sort of list like this. I just keep this inside of my lesson planner and I check them off as we go. We don't hit it every day. I like to have it written on the whiteboard the night before, so if I forget, we don't do copy work that day. But this helps me keep track of where we're at. And then this way I just have an automatic, okay, go to the next thing, go to the next thing. Because for us, copy work has been more about handwriting than about grammar and all that. So this has been a really great plan, but I would just suggest finding something like this that makes it brainless and makes it simple. There are other realms of copy work that I would like to explore, but this has just been way too easy, so we're sticking with this one for a while. Now you guys have been seeing that I have been running my diffuser in the background lately, and it's had a variety of scents. Usually if I'm filming at night, it's more of a comfy, cozy, cinnamon scent, but in the mornings when I get up, part of my homeschool mom routine has been to turn on the diffuser, and I have been loving lime lately. I didn't realize how awesome it was. My mom had bought me a couple oils that were sitting in the cupboard, and I thought I have to start using some of these and researching some of these because they were different oils than I typically would use, and I've been using it in the mornings. It is awesome. I think probably any citrus scent that you could get would probably be very similar, but for us, lime is super motivating. It wakes us up in the morning. I feel like I have a lot more energy to get going. I'm filming this one in the morning today, and so I have lime already going in my diffuser, and I just love it. It's amazing. So if you have not tried the lime before and you just want to kind of get up and get going in the morning, this is what I would suggest. But above and beyond that, just try new scents. I was really surprised. Like I said, this isn't one that I would have offhand thought to purchase, and it's probably one of my most used oils right now. And last but not least, I have mentioned a few times in our morning basket videos that since the new year has started, we have been doing chalk pastel lessons with the Art Nana from You Are an Artist. So I really needed to find a set of inexpensive chalk pastels. Again, I think in the future I will invest more money, but since we are kind of just starting out on our journey, I needed to find an inexpensive set. I wasn't finding anything. So my husband actually found these for us. They're from Michael's. They are a $5 set, and they're 36 pieces. Most of the sets I was finding were at least 10 bucks, and they were probably 12 pieces. So granted, these pieces of chalk are probably a lot smaller. I don't think they're quite the full size, but for our purposes, for being beginners and just getting into this whole world, $5 a piece, you guys. I was super excited about this. The colors are amazing. There's so much more variety in here than I would have expected there to be. These are by Artist Loft at Michael's. We found them online, purchased them, and then had pickup in the store, which made it even better. So if you are looking to get into something like this and you don't want to invest a lot right up front because you're not sure if you're going to stick with it, this is an awesome set to start. This would even be really, I think, a good set for quite a while for us. They seem to be lasting well, and it has really enhanced our art study. We're loving these. So that is our winter favorites for this year. I'm also going to link down below in the description box. I did a January homeschool favorites that I hope you will check out as well. Leave me a comment down below. Let me know what are some of your favorites in your homeschool or even in your home. Like I said, I would probably use the lime all the time even if we weren't homeschooling. It's just that good. So leave me a comment down below and let me know what you're loving right now. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and we'll see you next time. Bye guys.